You know, people throw around words like Renaissance man and don't even know who Paul Robeson is, and you want to. He was a singer, an athlete, an author that spoke over 20 languages, an actor, and an activist, like an act-up-tivist. He was born on April 9th, 1898 in Princeton, New Jersey, and to give you an idea what time period that was, his father had escaped from slavery. In high school, he was in plays, and he was a choir boy, and he played baseball, and he was a basketball player, and a football player. He was a runner, he was a track star. He wins a statewide academic competition, which gets him a scholarship to Rutgers University, where he plays football, and is named All-American twice. Then he graduates, valedictorian. Then he goes to Columbia Law School, and while he's studying to be a lawyer, he begins training as a singer and an actor, and he's playing football in the NFL. Hey, it's me again. Sorry to interrupt. Look, if you like this stuff, you're gonna love my Black Opera History webinar. It's on December 7th on Zoom, but reserve your spot now because it's filling up and the spots are limited. Thanks. Then he becomes a lawyer, but racism, so he quits that and just becomes a movie star. But racism, so he quits that too. Now, our boy is mad political, and he's speaking out against the US government. Loud. And the US government, they don't like that, so they canceled all his concerts and got him blacklisted. So Robeson took his concerts overseas, but he keeps talking that mess.
I would say that unquestionably, I am an American, born there. My father slaved there. Upon the backs of my people was developed the primary wealth of America, the primary wealth. You have to have accumulated wealth to start, to build. You did it another way here in Australia. You had to build your accumulated wealth too. You just came and took it, you know what I mean? And that's what they did in most of the countries. That's what you Europeans did. You just took it. We got to catch up with you a little bit. That's so in America.
So they cancel his passport. Now he can't travel. Dude starts holding telephone concerts. This is in the 50s, and thousands of people showed up. Paul Robeson was loved internationally. I mean, people say that, but India loves him because he supported their independence from the Brits. One of the reasons Australia loves him is because he was a big supporter of the working class. This is him singing for the construction workers of the Sydney Opera House. He was a big supporter of the labor movement, so blue-collar workers across the globe loved him. And I gotta mention that he spent a lot of time in the Soviet Union. He liked that, at least back then, they were big supporters of anti-colonialism and equality, and they treated him a lot better than they treated him in the US. The US government also didn't like that.
It was the first time I felt like a human being, when I did not feel the pressure of color as I feel it in this committee today.
Why do you not stay in Russia?
Because my father was a slave, and my people died to build this country. And I'm going to stay here and have a part of it just like you, and no fascist-minded people will drive me from it. Is that clear?
You are here because you are...
He eventually did get his passport back, and he came back to the US in 1963, just in time to participate in the civil rights movement. He had a stroke, and in 1976, he passed away at the age of 77. He's buried in Harlem, and he left behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. Paul Robeson.